Chandler, I think on the first 4 possessions of the game, you took it to the hoop 3 times. You got fouls called in each one. Was that your mindset going in? You were going to be aggressive early?
Yeah, well, one of their game plans is to draw fouls, so when you know that, you want to go and kind of be the aggressor and start off that way and kind of take it to them. That way we're not on our heels or anything. I just wanted to go and drive and be aggressive, because starting inside out and just working that way and being aggressive opens up a lot of things for my game.
Harris, career high 20 points tonight. I guess starting with tonight, how did it feel like to get out there and really start to contribute offensively?
Obviously it felt good. I played well. The team, we played well and we won. But just my coaches, they told me from the last night, they just said, we need you to be more aggressive this game. It's going to be more like Mississippi State, where you got to get to the basket more and just be more aggressive. So coming out the gate, that's all I was thinking about, just being real aggressive, getting to the basket.
How's the season going so far for you? And obviously stepping into a much bigger role, more minutes and stuff. How do you feel like you're kind of progressing?
I definitely think I'm getting better. Last year my role was totally different. Just come in and be a spark plug. This year I'm definitely taking on a bigger role, as well as Chandler. I got to be that point guard on the floor, and do all the right things. So I'm just growing. That's basically what I'm doing.
Harris, you didn't start the first couple games of the season. How did that sit with you? Clearly you're be asked to do a little bit more this season, but how did that kind of sit with you? Did it motivate you or anything like that?
Definitely motivated me. I felt like I should be starting, but just as well as Justinian and James Reed, we got a lot of players that could start. So I just used it as motivation. Just kept working hard, and then I worked my way back in. But I feel like we got a lot of players on our teams that could start. So
They came in averaging, I think, 80 points a game, which is pretty good. You guys held them to way below that average. What did you guys do defensively to really slow them down?
Our main goal, was just to pack it in the paint, so they see bodies every time they come up the court. So that was just what we wanted to do. We knew they were a driving team, like to draw a lot of fouls, so we wanted to be in the gaps and get out and run.
Chandler, I remember after you guys lost to Colorado State last year, we were talking to Paris after the game, and he kind of right away already knew that he needed to take that next step and be the point guard for this team next year and stuff. And it was 20 minutes after last season ended. What did you see out of him over the offseason and coming into this season? Is he a different player?
Absolutely. Like you guys said, a lot of players have a lot of different roles, and he's excelled in the role he's been given. Like you guys touched on, he didn't start the first couple games, but he just kept working hard, kept doing what the coach asked us, kept putting in extra work, and we're figuring things out. Nothing's final these first games, before conference, but he just kept grinding and made his way back in. And I think we're a lot better team when he's out there, being the floor general and directing us what to do, where to go, and everything like that. So we're a lot better team when we have a guy like that who can lead us throughout the game.
Well, what does he bring to the team? Obviously, 3 or 4 times tonight, get right underneath the basket and then passed it off. Is it getting to the lane, or what all does he bring to the table?
Well, and honestly, it's funny that you say that, because at this game, in the middle of the game, right before halftime, I was thinking they have some really big, high major guys that could be anywhere around the country, and that number 0 is a heck of an athlete, a heck of a player. And I was just thinking, geez, if I had to run around and guard that guy, I'd be tired, and it was no easy task. And I was thinking, who's guarding him? I was just thinking how Paris is doing such a good job, and I think that gets overlooked a lot of the time when guys have good offensive games, is what they've done defensively. And I think a big key to how we were playing them so well defensively was stopping their best player, their go-to guy, which was 0. So that says a lot about the guy he's been, and able to get 20 points and stop their best player.
How nice is it? You guys get a little break now. How nice is it to get home for a couple of days and enjoy a win like that?
Yeah, well, like you guys know, it's never easy to get a win right before you go home. You're thinking you're going home to see your family. It's easy to get distracted and, get away from what we've been doing. But that's something we just wanted to use as motivation, kind of just use that excitement to finish out and leave no doubt as the team we want to become, leave no doubt as to who we want to be when we come back from break. And, we've got a big 2-game stretch on the road when we get back. So we're going to stay focused, but to be able to go home and have this opportunity to go see our family right before the real business stuff starts, it's nice.
So it's kind of crazy to believe, but you guys were a third of the way through the season.
Man,
and,
slow down.
Right? Do you kind of, you're optimistic with where you're at, and obviously you guys have shown a little bit of growth already as a team?
Honestly, no. We kept harping on what we wanted to do these last 2 games, and I think we came out and executed and really stuck to the game plan and performed the way we wanted to, which is really good, because we didn't want to leave any doubt in the back of our heads as to who we wanted to become, leaving for break or thinking, have Coach Rice stressing as to, who do I want to play, who can I trust in the game. So I feel like we're in a really good position to just keep building on what we've been doing and heading into conference.
Chandler, obviously your role's changed a ton, becoming the go-to guy for this team, but along with that comes a lot more minutes. I mean, you've logged a lot of minutes the last few games and all season. How do you feel physically at this point in the season compared to where you've been in the past?
Well, it's a big adjustment, but we do a good job, off-season working on our condition and everything, but you can never really prepare for in-game shape or, just getting those heavy minutes like you were saying in the course of the game. But it's just we keep scrimmaging and we do games throughout the course of practice to kind of keep our wind up and that type of thing. But definitely got used to it a little bit. But it's just knowing when to really exert your energy and when to kind of just know when to put your foot on the pedal and really push through. And then as opposed to, letting some other guys kind of like Paris or somebody kind of take over the game and do their thing. Just knowing the balance of that really helps when you're playing those heavy minutes.
How would you rate Robin's dunk at the end of the game?
Paris, we saw
Can't
your
give him a
reaction.
point.
You saw my reaction?
You're almost out of your chair.
See, that's what I tried to make it so people didn't see my reaction. So,
We saw it.
I mean, I couldn't do anything but laugh. So I just put the towel over my face. I didn't want to do too much, but I couldn't do nothing but laugh.
I don't think you can give him a point for that.
What's worse, the dunk attempt or the bank free throw?
Well, he made the free throw. I airballed the free throw, so
That's a good point.
I'll take the bank.
Paris, do you remember? I don't know if you, sorry. Do you remember that when we talked after the Colorado State game last year at the end of the year? How did you kind of attack the offseason, knowing what role you're going to have this year, and do you feel like you did what you wanted to do coming into the year?
Definitely. Nothing ever happens how you want it to happen. This offseason was definitely harder than I thought it was going to be, but it made us a way better team. I can't tell you the countless hours that we were in the gym, not just me, but as a team, and all the hard work we put in. So, yeah, it was a good offseason for me.
Being a young guy, I know in high school, obviously you play with some other big-time players and stuff. Do you like kind of that role and being the guy out there that you maybe a little smaller than some guys out there, but you obviously feel like you belong out there?
Oh, definitely. I've always been like that all my life, playing against top players, playing against bigger players. I've always just been myself, the same size. I just always had heart, and I feel like I can compete against the best of them.
Paris, you had a chance to go through Mountain West play last year. How's the grind of conference play different than the non-con schedule?
Mountain West Conference, man, it's definitely difficult because all the teams in there, you can either win or you can lose. Like I think our coaches just did a point spread between 12 games, and each of the games are predicted to be 5 points or less, meaning we'll win a game by 5 points or lose a game. So it can go either way. And like Chandler pointed, just to get a win and going into league and having that motivation, it's going to be good for us because, it could go either way. So we're just focused.
Are you guys excited for Mountain West play? It doesn't seem like this year there's like just the dominant team. Do you guys feel like it's going to be a lot of teams that are similar and you guys are certainly right there in the mix?
Yeah, I definitely feel like the Mountain West is very open this year, and we could make our mark in it.
Chandler, how would you look at the league and just your guys' thoughts going in there?
Yeah, well, kind of these last 2 years, I would look at other teams playing in the Mountain West and be like, will they play whoever, and kind of just watching them carefully. But I realized this year it's not really focusing on what they do. It's more focusing on the team we want to be and what we want to be good at because, teams are going to scout you. We're going to scout other teams. But if you just keep focusing on what you want to be as a team and keep building towards that, it doesn't matter who they beat or who they've lost to. We just got to focus on these 18 games in conference, take them one at a time. And like he said, I think we do have a really good shot. It's wide open, but, it's wide open for every team in the conference. So we just got to keep playing hard.
Do you think, as successful as your early season's gone so far, do you think it'll get harder for you? The more and more tape you put together, and now you're going to start to play teams twice and all that stuff. Do you think it'll be more challenging for you here?
Yeah, I do think it'll be more challenging. Teams only get to focus on, they play them twice, so the same scout, and they know tendencies of some guys. But, I'm just going to keep working hard and focusing. Like I said, kind of our team wants to do what we do and not really focus on what they do. As a player, you got to focus on what you do and just keep getting better at what you do. Not really worry about how teams are going to scout you or what they're going to do. Just keep grinding, keep working hard, and then eventually it's going to pay off.